for like about 30 minutes. Next thing you know, hey, I got a question.
I don't even have no deep conversation. I don't get no deep conversation. I just get, hey,
what's talking about those people that you ain't close to.
Like how you doing?
Yeah,
I'm doing good. Oh, that's good. Hey, I got a question.
And they want something.
I got a favor to ask.
She ain't never hit me with that, bro.
Yeah, you gotta watch out, man.
Yeah, you watch out for those people. If people doing that to you a lot, like they don't never really hit you up. And hey, some of you guys could be falling short of that too. So I mean, look at do an evaluation on yourselves as well, because you might be falling short. You might be you might have this toxic in you right now, where you're the person who is doing that to others. Like you're only hitting them up when you need something. So I mean, look at yourself. Don't be that person, because you might be hurting you might be making somebody feel sad, or or confused. Cause like they might be looking at you as like a friend or somebody they can confide in, somebody who will support them, and who if they need help, you'll help them.
Yeah.
But if you're just like milking them for their resources, think about how you may make them feel.
Yeah.
And how would that make you feel if somebody only wanted to hit you up just to get things from you?
Yeah, it's a two-way street. It's a two-way street, and we'll take a short break, and we'll be back. But after the break, like I guess we can get more into the topic of friendship, like what defines a real true friend, and what separates real true friends from just people you associate with, from people you just work with, like. We'll get into all that after this break, but y'all stay tuned. It's gonna get a lot more interesting. So,
big fact.
Sure. Yeah, we'll be back.
Heck yeah, man. See y'all in a few.
Hey y'all, welcome back. We back from break. So before break, we was talking about how to draw the line from being abused to used, or between, or just draw the line in general. I don't know. I'm trying to say it right,
man. If they use you, draw that line, drop them, delete.
Yeah. So basically, I feel like drawing that line starts at friendship. So I just want to talk a little bit about what defines a friend, and the different intricacies of friendship.
Hey man, so talk about it, man. Lay it on them real quick. Lay it on them, man. Let's continue.
Well, I just want to ask you, just to jump start it. In your mind, what defines a friend? And are there different levels?
What defines a friend?
What are the different levels?
Okay, so we'll talk about like a good friend. We'll talk about that first. So what defines a good friend? I feel like what defines a good friend is basically somebody who's fully supportive. And I mean, and I'll put it like this too: a good friend also comes with love, and with love comes complete understanding, support, and and their virtue and being virtuous. So to have a friend is to have love. So I feel like a good friend should be extremely supportive towards like goals and things you have in life, things you have in life, and also a good friend should also be willing to, if they see you doing something wrong, they see you doing something that's morally incorrect, or something that's it's going to be bad towards your health, or your lifestyle. They feel like it's something that's going to hinder you, pull you back in life. A good friend is going to say something about that. They're going to tell you, hey, you need to stop that. Don't do this. Don't do that. They're gonna stand up for you even when you feel down and you don't stand up for yourself. A good friend is gonna stand up for you, and they're not gonna abuse you. They're gonna believe in you and be there for you.
You think a bad friend would would do the exact opposite, right?
Yeah. I feel like a bad friend would do somewhat of the exact opposite. So
I mean, but how would you know? How do you define? Like, how do you separate those bad friends from? Because I mean, when you're younger, you have a lot of friends. Like looking back, you realize like I was a bad friend. Like, how do you in that moment? How you decipher between the good and bad friends? Because you might be a bad friend yourself.
I feel you.
So I mean, like, how do you decipher
a good friend
or realize like, hey, because I mean, you might be friends with people that all y'all doing bad stuff. Like,
I'll put it like this. Let's say this would be like characteristics of a friend. Like, I've had friends, to do things like this. All right, so your friend got dreams, right? Your friend's got thoughts.
Yeah.
The things they're thinking about doing, and you know what I'm saying. Your friends though, you're not trying to like down them and like that. But I'm not gonna say you're just completely a bad friend, but like you're just giving off tendencies that represent what bad friends are. So, in the sense of like this, let's say, hey man, I want to start my own restaurant one day, and then, you're like, oh man, people do that. I mean, I guess that's okay, man. But I don't know. You got McDonald's as a competition. You might not make it. Something.
So that don't like really.
That's like shutting my dream down.
I don't really encourage you.
That's not being supportive. That's like you making me. You trying to like deter me from my dream. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that is and like not all our friends are really being bad when they do that, but they're showing the characteristics of a bad friend when you do that.
They might not realize it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Sometimes that's why we have to be careful, because you might not realize it, but you're showing characteristics of a bad friend when you like shut your friend down and try to point out the negatives. You know what I'm saying? If they have their hopes up about something, especially if it's something beneficial, like I guess the better response, and like I said, some of us will fall short and do that sometimes, because of course all of us, we're all human, and sometimes we have fear of things not working, fear of something not going right.
Yeah.
So it's natural sometimes for us to be like, oh, I don't know, that might not work, or
fear of missing out.
Yeah, fear of missing out. So
it's that FOMO.
So like a better response for a friend to have used in that situation, instead of saying, oh, you McDonald's your competition, you might not make it, or it costs too much money, you don't have any money right now. Instead of a friend saying something like that, a good friend would say, okay man, that's what you want to do. All right, well, what is the plan? Did you make a plan? Let's make a plan together. Let's talk to the people you need to talk to make that happen. Have you thought about, how long do you want to run this business? When do you want to start it? That, those are the characteristics a good friend should have. That's what a good friend should do.
So with that good friend, like, you won't have to worry about having to draw that line, or would you?
And, with that friend, I wouldn't say. Now, if they did it countlessly, time after time, and they kept shutting you down, then yeah, you need to get them out the way, because you don't need people throwing all the negatives in your face constantly. Like, if somebody just want to say something, like just put their negative input into something, just because they might feel shady about something. I mean, that's okay if you did that one time, but like maybe one or two times. But if you're doing it constantly, if it's like a back-to-back thing, you're constantly negative. Just put it like that. If they're constantly negative, they're constantly unsupportive, it's always throwing fear up in your face. You don't need that, because it's gonna be installed into you, and that's gonna hold you back from your grind. It's gonna hold you back, from your progress in life. And as much as it will hurt us to cut back on our friends or somebody, you might have to let them go. I would say, don't just cut them off cold turkey. Like, don't just cut them off and don't let them know what's up. Like, I would say, try to talk to them. Now, they will become a bad friend if you talk to them and like, hey man, I want you to uplift me and be motivational to me, support me. I don't want negative energy, or like, I understand facts and giving me facts about how something won't work because of this and that. But like, if you're gonna give me facts about how I can make it happen, not by how this is against me and that is against me. Don't throw up what's against me so much. Throw up what I can do to make it. And if you talk to your friend about that and they still ain't respecting it, and they still throwing them negative in your face all the time, and still downing your dream, and still telling you what ain't gonna work, then you need to cut them off, man, because they're gonna start making you believe in yourself a little bit less.
Right, so like, have you ever
like what went through that?
Yeah,
like
in a sense of a way, like
I've had it done, but it was by family. I've had family, and that hurts worse than a friend. When your family shut you down and say, like, "Oh, you ain't gonna do this."
Family. I feel like family is friends too, because they're just friends that
that have a blood tie to you.
Yeah, that you couldn't choose. And
True.
friends are just family you chose.
Dang.
I saw that somewhere online. I'm not even going.
Made that.
I'm not going to take credit for that. Like, I saw it online somewhere.
It's still cool that you remembered to bring it up, though. I was like, yo, this man is on point with this.
Yeah, friends are family you chose, and family is friends that you didn't choose. But at the same time, you don't have to be friends with them.
True.
So,
you don't have to be.
Because all families are trying to help you.
Yeah, not all.
Sometimes your family will be the worst ones to turn against you. But
all the ones that try to.
So you said that happened.
Yeah, that happened to me growing up a lot. That happened with my family, bro. Cause like I'm not gonna lie, man, and like this still speaks out. We're not drifting away on the abuse and support thing. We're not, abuse and cutting ties or whatever. We're still like, we're still on that. This just all kind of wraps into it, I feel. But yeah, but like I feel like I would have been an artist. I'll put it that way. And like not an artist as in musical, but like drawing. I used to draw all the time. But I had a couple of family members that was like, you're not gonna make it anywhere in life with that. You can't make a living. You can't support your family drawing things, blah blah blah. But man, mostly everything has a blueprint. Everything designed was drawn on paper. Every structure design, it was either drawn on paper or nowadays it's drawn on a computer screen. So it's still art. You still have to draw something. You know what I'm saying? And I want to use my art, my ability to draw. I want to use that for more than just drawing a picture of like some fantasy creature or some anime or whatever. I was actually trying to draw cars, furniture, homes, nature. I was drawing things like that, and like that could have been used for somebody to, for landscape, idea, construction of an area. I could have used my skills towards that, designing clothes. It could have been put towards that, but I had to cut the tie. You know what I'm saying? With some of my family members, as far as like, don't tell everybody everything you're gonna do all the time. If you like those people that kept shutting you down. So I guess we're not drifting off topic. We're still on topic. So it's like I cut ties with the fact of telling my family every move I was gonna make. Like, hey, I want to be this. Hey, I'm interested in this. Because it's like the more you keep telling certain people you're interested in such and such, then it's like sometimes they'll start like putting fears into you that they have or have had for themselves. And that's what, I ain't trying to hear all your fears, bro. Like, tell me what I can do to boost up my dream.
Yeah.
Don't tell me what you're afraid of.
J. Cole said it best, and you guys will probably find this out over the course of this podcast. I reference a lot of rap lyrics, but
that's cool, man.
J. Cole said it best in the song, man. If they don't know your dreams, then they can't shoot them down.
Dang, yeah.
So
you ain't got to share it with everybody,
right? Because everybody's not for you.
Yeah. Dang, if they don't know your dreams, they can't shoot them down.
Yeah,
I like that.
So
cold world.
Then again, he came back and said, "Anything is possible. You got a dream like you never seen obstacles." You know what I'm saying? This is vintage J. Cole, like mixtape days. J. Cole, like before he got a deal I think
he's still fine.
I think at that point he had it. I ain't saying he's not fine. I'm just saying.
I was about to say, don't tell you about you done lost hope in the boy.
No, that's my favorite rapper right now.
Okay.
One of my favorite rappers.
Yeah.
One of the best rappers in the game, in my opinion. If not the best.
Yeah.
Right. Neck and neck with Kendrick, but that's another topic for another day.
Oh, yeah. Kendrick.
But J. Cole, yeah. I was just saying, like, J. Cole, before he dropped his first album, he was raw. Like, I mean, he's still raw now, but I kind of feel like I'm getting off topic a little bit, but bear with me. But yeah, when he dropped his first album, I feel like his first album was kind of like, he really wasn't for sure like what he wanted to do as far as his sound.
Yeah. So
it was kind of like, his first album wasn't as good as people, like his mixtapes were better than his first album. But like over time, like his second album, it got better, and now he's like at this point, like he just like For Your Eyes Only, KOD, and then Forest Hills Drive, 2014 Forest Hills Drive.
Yeah, those
are his three, in my opinion, his three best albums. But
straight, yeah, they were lit.
Get back on topic though, but yeah, like you can't tell everybody your dreams, you can't tell everybody your goals. You know what I'm saying? Because people will try to talk you out of it, or try to just put negative energy into your atmosphere.
Yeah, and it's not always in